Hey, what's up, y'all? Good to see you again. Hey, today I'm going to be talking about filming the Royal Enfield dirt track races at Daytona. The Build.Train.Race team was there, which was pretty awesome in itself. Plus, I'll give you a couple tips and techniques onto some of the styles I use to capture these great images. Stick around. If you've ever tried photographing dirt track racing, you know it's fast, chaotic, and honestly a little unpredictable. Now take that energy and drop it into Daytona Bike Week with Royal Enfield bikes sliding sideways at full throttle, and you've got one of the most photogenic events of the year. In this video, I'll break down how I photographed the Royal Enfield dirt track races in Daytona just a few weeks ago, and more importantly, the different shooting styles I used to create images that actually stand out. I also did my best to cover the Build.Train.Race program without getting in the way of the film crew that was shadowing them for the entire event. The Build.Train.Race program is highlighting women in motorcycle culture in North America. Its unique format brings together riders from different backgrounds, all women, to compete in high-profile flat track events. This program is in 3 phases. First, the riders receive and build a custom flat track motorcycle using the Royal Enfield INT 650 Twin as the base platform. Next, they undergo expert training to prepare them for the season ahead. And finally, they travel the country racing in a class of their own at the American Flat Track Series. This was the first race of the year, and it was at Daytona, and I got to cover it. So this wasn't just about documenting the race. Anyone can stand trackside and fire off 100 bursts and get something good. The goal here was to create a variety of images that tell the story, grab viewers' attention, and keep people watching. I approached this event with 2 distinct photography styles. 1, high-speed action freezing, and 2, motion blur and panning. Each one plays a different role. Let's start with freezing the action. This is the classic. For these shots, I cranked my shutter up to about 1,000 or faster, and I try to get the dirt flying, the tires gripping, the riders mid-corner, and just freeze them in time. What makes these shots work isn't the sharpness, it's the timing. You want peak action. You want the exact moment that the rear tire kicks out. You want dirt spraying out from behind it or towards the lens. And you want that rider leaning aggressively into the turn. These are your hero shots. They're clean, dramatic, and perfect for everything you could ever use them for. But if you only shoot like this, everything starts to look the same. For my panning motion blur, well, this is where things get interesting. I try to slow my shutter down to maybe 1/30th to 1/25th and follow the rider through the frame. The result is a sharp subject with a blurred background that screams speed. Now here's the trick. The action has to be going from side to side, and you have to pan with the motorcycles at the same time at the same rate that they're traveling. You can't accomplish this shot as the bikes are coming towards you. As they get closer to you, the focus will lose. It has to be left to right or something like that. You are going to miss a lot of shots trying to do this technique. That's normal. Different riders go at different speeds, and it's up to you to match the pace. What I like to do is take the little focus square that's usually centered in my viewfinder. I like to put it to where the rider's head is going to be, so I always try to get the helmet sharp. If I can get the rider sharp and the bike blurring, that for me is probably the prime shot. When you nail one, it stands out immediately, where motion naturally catches the eye. These shots add energy to your image collection and break up the static feel of just a frozen action. Something else I like to do is, tell the bigger story. Instead of focusing just on the rider, I try to shoot the crowd, an overall layout of the track, the dust in the air, things of that nature. These wide shots help me to establish the scene and let people know where I'm actually at. It's the difference between here's a race and here's what it felt like to be here. And then sometimes people shoot tight details of shots. I'm talking about the build of the motorcycles themselves, the action in the pits, helmets, gloves, goggles, leathers, facial expressions, and maybe the mechanics working between the heats. These are just random things that you can get as they happen. These shots slow things down and add emotion. They're perfect for transitions in your story and help you humanize the event. Not everything has to be high-speed chaos. Sometimes the quieter moments are what people remember the most. Here's the key takeaway. It's not about getting one great photo. It's about building a mix. Sharp action, motion blur, wide storytelling shots, and tight details. You create a visual rhythm that keeps viewers engaged from start to finish. And that's what makes people stop and notice you. If you're shooting motorsports or honestly any fast-paced event, challenge yourself to switch styles throughout the day. Don't just chase the obvious shots. That's how you go from documenting to creating something people actually want to watch. If you found this helpful, do me a favor and please click and subscribe. I've got a lot more behind the scenes breakdowns coming from various shoots. Thanks for watching.